Welcome back to Brentwood Theatre. Last time you saw us, we were talking to Emma Sweeney and to Steve Gunshan, who were about to perform Rent at the theatre. As you can see in the background, Rent is currently going on, or at least the set is here, and the show will be going on again this evening. Steve and Emma both started their young careers, youth careers if you like, in Brentwood Theatre doing Amdrams here. Somebody else who's done that is my guest today, Reiss Meister. Hello, Reiss.
Hiya.
Now, Reiss, you went to Brentwood School.
I did, yes.
And you were in BOSSY as well.
Yes, I was, from the age of about 12, yeah. So a good 10 years ago now.
Really?
Yeah.
So gosh, it doesn't look old today, does it? 10 years ago. So what sort of things did you do with BOSSY?
Well, I started off, we did a show, Joseph, we did that, and then we came to do Godspell at Brentwood Theatre, so that was like my first big show at Brentwood, and that was great. And then from then we did Oliver, Fame, which reopened the theatre, and the last show I did with them was Les Mis, and that's the last show I did in the theatre, and that was 2009, so about 4 years ago.
And since then you've gone to Italia Conti and trained professionally?
Yes, I did my 3 years there in musical theatre and got my diploma, and now sadly left.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you've gone on to professional work now.
Yes, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that, because it's an off-West End show.
That's right, yeah. So I'm doing a musical called The Daily Fail, which is on at the Waterloo East Theatre from the 15th to the 20th of October. And for me, it's great because it's my first sort of professional musical, which is really important to me because obviously leaving drama school, that's what you aim to do. And as much as I love doing the Amdram circuit and working with BOSSY, doing this is like, for me, a massive achievement because for 3 years I worked really hard in my singing, acting and dancing, and for someone to say, oh yeah, you're employable for a professional job, that it's kind of overwhelming because you don't expect it to happen as soon as it did for me as well. Like I only graduated in July and we're now in October, so for it to come so quickly is great.
That's lovely. And actually you've stepped in for somebody else who was had to drop out of this one. So
Yeah.
you've only had a matter of a couple of weeks rehearsal.
Well, exactly. I mean, they've been rehearsing since, I think, the end of August, and I only started the third week of September. So for me to just do rehearsals for a little under a month, it's kind of scary because it is a professional job. It's just it's kind of tough for me to get in there and really get to know the story as well as everyone else, but I feel like I'm doing all right, and everyone's really lovely as well. They're a great cast and great team, so it's good, but yeah, it's a little bit of pressure, but we've got a good intense week of rehearsals coming up, so
yeah. And it's a real show of the moment as well, isn't it? Because it's based on the Leveson inquiry.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Daily Fail, and you have to be very careful about what you can and can't say and things like that. But are you getting that feeling that it's going to be something of the moment? It may not go much further than this.
Oh no,
but
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, for what's happening now with the whole hacking scandal situation, it's very current, and I think that's what makes it interesting. And I think the thing about it is they're taking such a satirical view of it, and it's hilarious. I mean, if you get a chance to come see it, do, because it's so funny. I mean, you have like Rupert Murdoch, who's a fairy godmother and makes the two main characters famous. It's a good thing to see because it's as funny as it's a serious thing, you know. People have been hacking into celebrities' phones, so it is a serious theme, but they've made light of it and they've made it funny, and that's why I think it's so unique and great.
Yeah, and one of the questions is, what would you do to become famous?
Yeah,
really? Which I suppose I could put to you. What have you done to be famous, and what would you do?
Well, for me, myself, like I've always said, I'm not one for fame, and as much as I want to be successful, I want to be successful in the career I've chosen, which is acting in musical theatre. And I don't think you need to be famous to be successful. Like, I'm not going to become famous from doing what I'm doing at the moment, and I don't think you'd be famous from being on the West End either, particularly. And that's my aim, but. I don't know, like, for what I would do, I just work hard. As lame as that is, that's what I do, and that's how I...
Because I think a lot of actors say, I mean, especially Hugh Grant, for example, says that we're actors and we have to go into the celebrity field to promote things, but we're not being celebrities, whereas there are some people who are just going, I'm a celebrity! Exactly. And that's the difference, which kind of ties in with the show. Precisely.
I mean, with the show, the two central characters, London Clinton and Dim Trash Trashian, they sort of...
Really?
That's what it is. Yeah. So they become famous through the lies spread through the media, and again, like, it's all to do with how the press sort of raise fame and how it all happens and how society sort of centres around that. And it's true, today you don't have to have a talent to be famous. You can just be famous for being famous. Which is obviously not what people like myself aim for, because I've trained hard for 3 years to do what I do. So, and that's what the great thing about the show, because of the two characters do become famous for nothing, and you sort of see the downfall of that as well.
Yeah, it sounds brilliant. It's on at Waterloo East, which
Yes.
is, it's a good theatre for you to have on your CV, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's great to have that sort of, I mean, to be doing a show in central London is huge for me. Like, it's great. So, yeah, for the first professional show I'm doing at Waterloo East Theatre, where so many great shows have been on and so many great people do go there, it's not the biggest theatre, but it's intimate and it's great.
And you're touring in pantomime as well.
I will be, yes.
This is for a little while, and then panto at Christmas.
Yep, I'm touring around Essex at Christmas time, doing Aladdin, where I'll be playing Ebenezer, so get all very evil then.
You're too young to play Ebenezer, surely.
No, I'm a good actor, you see.
Oh,
so
I
that's
see.
what it
I
is.
see. I was trying to be an actor, darling. Yes. Brilliant. Well, all the best with Daily Fail, the musical.
Thank you very much.
And we'll look forward to seeing you perhaps around and about in as Ebenezer
that'd be
at
great,
Christmas.
yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you very
Thanks so
much.
much.
Cheers.
Brilliant. Another one of our homegrown stars from Brentwood Theatre, Reiss Meister.